I think it's fair to say that a lot of young people around don't fully appreciate the work of the police and know all the different sorts of things that you do. How can young people get to know what the police do?
One of the ways to find out what the police do is obviously be aware that it's not just police officers. As I said, you have a policing family. You do have the police community support officers. You have the community wardens who are employed by Kent County Council. These are all good people who you could obviously engage with and talk to and find out what the job entails. It's a bit like a stew. You don't just go in and you have one piece. You know, you have everything. You have the carrots, you have the onion, you have the peas, and one can't work without the other. So there's lots of variety once you get through maybe the first couple of years of being a police officer. One option we have down here, obviously for Shepway, and that would include Ashford and Dover and Deal, is the work experience. Very difficult to get into because what you need to do is you need the handwritten letter, you need the typed curriculum vitae and a school reference with your attendance on it. So basically only those that are really keen need apply. You have to be sort of at least over the age of 14, knocking on 15. Not too old either because it's a week. It's a week at Folkestone Police Station. Lots of bits and pieces going on. You get to obviously meet lots of people. You also get lots of information. You have to sort of do a mini project. You get what we call the interesting bits with the drugs, and you get the interesting bits with the dog man and so on. They watch you. We watch all sorts of things like social interaction. Does a young person come in chewing gum, which is obviously a big no-no? It's a disciplined service. If they walk in and they're scuffing along with their trainers and texting on their mobile phone, that's a big no-no as well, because at the end of the day, if somebody is interested in coming into the police service, they need to be aware that there are certain standards that we expect. And it's a bit like young people saying, oh, well, my teacher's done this, you know, you don't, and it's all right, everyone swears in public, and you say, no, they don't, you know, your teachers don't come into the class and start effing and blinding, and we don't expect it from you. You know, it's like some teenagers, older teenagers, will say something like, oh, everyone can smoke dope, you know, and cannabis, and it should be legalised, and I say, well, give me a decent argument for it then. And they can't because they haven't bothered looking it up. And if they do, they say, well, everyone smokes it. And I say, no, everyone doesn't. At the end of the day, you went along to the dentist to have your tooth out and you found out it was a person that smoked dope up the road from time to time. Do you seriously want them to be injecting you? And it's like, well, no, but... So again, it's nice to have discussions with people, and with the work experience, again, you get that because you will have about up to 15 young people, again, that are obviously checked out, and we have to check them out quite thoroughly as well. But we do have some very interesting discussions about how we can improve things, and at the same time why we do things the way we do. And hopefully they leave us with a better understanding of what they could do, even if they didn't join the police service. At least they have a good grounding in it.
Now, we all know about different qualifications and so on that young people can get to kind of bolster their CVs and so on. If people are thinking of a career in the police or any of the other services, are there any ways that they can be rewarded on top of basic qualifications that they get in schools?
Yes. It used to be to join the police service, you actually needed 5 GCSEs, grade C and above. They've now turned that round. They've now said a good basic education. Now, from that can mean you don't have to be Einstein, okay? You need to have a relatively good level of common sense. You do need to be able to see both sides of the story. You shouldn't be a person who immediately looks and believes everything they see on the television. You should be able to make your own judgments. I mean, Triers, what we have at the moment is there is the Triangle Awards. Now, they come out every year, obviously run with sort of youth and community and lots of voluntary organisations. You will have across the board. This year you've got Shepway, obviously Ashford, Dover, Deal, Folkestone, and it means that the young people who have done something with their life, not necessarily achieved, said great A-level plus or whatever it is, but it could be something where they've tried really hard. You know, they were really bad, they couldn't write at the age of 12. Since then they've worked really hard, they've worked with other people, and they can actually now, you know, as I said, put bits and pieces together and have written a short story. Anything that seems very, very simple to us that means that a young person has tried, then they can be nominated for a Triangle Award. These come from youth workers, they come from teachers, they come from parents, they come from friends, and it is the young people themselves that are actually dealing with it and organising it. Everything from the lighting to the catering to right the way down to here we have a big list of everybody who has been nominated for achievement in arts or bravery or the sports award. And they will go through it and they will decide who your top 3 are. And by that I mean top 3 from Ashford, top 3 from Folkestone, top 3 from Dover Deal. And then they will choose who wins the Triangle Award, and it's a really large event, a large scale event, because the entertainment is from the young people, by the young people to the young people. As I said, he compares the people right the way down to who organise what the Triangle Award looks like, okay, all from the young people. So it's a very good thing to be involved in from the outset, because it gives them good ideas of event organisation. And then what they'll do, it's a bit like the Oscars or the BAFTAs. These young people all get called in with their families. They get taken up onto stage, all get a nice presentation via a VIP, and then the key person obviously gets handed this trophy and can take it back, and the schools are made aware, or whoever nominated them. And that's a really good evening, because from young people getting a bad press about they do nothing, they all wear hoodies and they spit gum about, you actually get somebody that turns around and says, no, this is what they can achieve when they want to. So yeah, it's good. I enjoy that one.